Alright, so another video. It's not a vlog. No. Video is how to repair a snowblower, and let me show you what I've done so far. There's one piece, there's the other. Okay, so we had a bad bearing here, okay? That's your shaft, that's what turns, and that's what makes that auger turn on the side there. Anyways, in order to get to the bearing, I had to use a puller to get the pulley off. As you can see, that's one piece of the pulley. There's another piece of somewhere. I don't really care. I had to cut it off because she was seized on there. Used torches, the heat, penetrating oil, nothing. Wouldn't go, so I had to cut it, as you can see. So that's the old bearing, new bearing. That's my new pulley. Now, unfortunately, I have to weld that hub on. That's no biggie. Old belt, new belt. And that's the old hub that I had to torch, and it was a bit of a bitch, as you can see, but we're gonna do it right. Oh, and my new piece of key stock, because I had to taper that to get it to get the bearing off right there. So let's get started. I'm making this video to show people how a snowblower works, and not only that, but innovation. Don't be afraid to customize shit and do shit. Why do you always have to pay the middleman, right? More money in your pocket. So what I'm doing here, that is the hub, right? Now she's about 3/16 too long. So I gotta grind 3/16 off of there because she doesn't fit in the cutoff saw. Way too dangerous. I don't have enough material here to put in the jaw. So we gotta use the old hand grinder, as you can see. Mr. Makita.
A youth group presents 2 shows in one night, featuring Monster in the Closet and My Darling Clementine. For further information,
so
call 519-344-7469.
I chopped that down, as you can see.
The Sarnia Lambton Parkinson Support Group
let's see
invites
if it
everyone
fits.
to a meeting on shingles and Parkinson meds, featuring pharmacist Karen Riley.
And it fits like a glove. I like that a lot.
Beginning in April.
Okay, now we can
For further information, please call 519.
grind a bevel along here for our weld to go into. Just gonna do 4 little tacks. I don't want to warp the pulley. So what I did here is gave the pulley a polish, as you can see. I got a small bevel on the hub right here. Now, as I said before, I'm just gonna tack it, small tacks, because I mean, there's not a lot of force. It's just a pulley, right? It just spins. So there's no stress on it. And plus, I don't want to warp it. The heat will warp. I mean, it's just maybe not even 1/8 thick. So, but my first tack is going to be in between the 2 set screws. I'm not going to put one here because what's going to happen is the heat will distort the threads, and then I'll have to run a tap through that shit. And I really don't want to do that. I mean, you can. There is more than one way of doing this. I got a magnet on the back holding it flush for my first tack there. And I'm just using 332 7018, as you can see. So my next weld will be the opposite from this one right here. Nope, I lied. The first weld pulled, and I'm going to put one on the back, and that's going to pull this hub back. Running it at 90 amps, not too hot. Remember, it is thin material. Just going to throw this out in the snow so we can handle it. So I got a trick here, guys. I gotta clean the shaft, clean it up from all the dirt. I got a piece of 220 grit sandpaper here, and I'm gonna cut it into a strip. About 1 inch wide. Hopefully you guys can see. Just gonna go back and forth. Oops. Around the whole entire shaft. Give it a nice polish. That way everything goes back together nice and smooth. Next up I'm going to do, it's optional, never seize. Don't knock this shit, guys. Mechanics do in the garage, they don't have time for it. Me, it takes 30 seconds to lather that shit on. This way next time, and it's never going to seize up again. Just a little bit, guys, don't need it much. Takes about 30 seconds. Coat the shaft up. That way, next time, work gets done quicker and much faster. Okay. Now I can slide the bearing on top. And my keyway. Line that up before I get carried away now. Okay, give that a little tap. Okay. Don't even have to. So I got the bearing tightened down. Now the hub, when I took it off, was facing downward, so that's the same way I got to put it back. You just can't make up your own rules just because you think you know what you're doing. You're going to end up with problems. So I got to get a mallet and tap, 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 nice and gentle. Okay, I got that all tightened up, and I'm going to put this back together. I'm not going to show it on camera because all it is me tightening nuts and bolts. And I'll turn this back on when it's back together. I've been screwing around with the adjustment for the belt, the tension. I had a little bit too much, but I got it good now. All I have left is the cover for the pulleys and I'm all set. Don't be afraid to try shit on your own, and that's how you learn, right? Alright, thanks for watching, guys.